The Forbidden Zone was the darkest and quietest place in the galaxy. A huge region of dead stars, silent debris, and old broken machines floating like ghosts. No empire claimed it, no map described it, and no one dared to enter it for thousands of years. The galaxy believed one thing: anything that entered the Forbidden Zone never came back. Legends said an ancient war had taken place there. A war so powerful that entire planets were turned to dust. Some said an unknown empire created a weapon so dangerous that the galaxy agreed to hide it forever. Others said something alive still waited in the center, watching, sleeping, listening. No one knew the truth, and no one wanted to find out. Until the day a signal appeared on every galactic sensor. A signal so simple and so shocking that it froze every alien empire. It was a human signal. A single human warship had entered the Forbidden Zone. The ship's name was Horizon Edge, one of Earth's newest long-range explorers. It was alone, no escort, no fleet, no backup. Just one ship moving into a place where even full armadas had vanished. Alien leaders began to panic. The Zoran Empire demanded an emergency council meeting. The Solari Syndicate activated their deep space scanners. The Vex-Cora Alliance launched spy drones toward the zone. Every species reacted with fear, confusion, or anger. Everyone asked the same question: why would humans go there? Some believed humans wanted to discover an ancient weapon. Some believed humans were testing new technology. Some believed humans had finally lost their minds, but a few feared something else. That maybe humanity knew a secret the galaxy had forgotten inside the Horizon Edge. The human crew moved calmly through the dark border of the zone. Lights on the control panels blinked softly, showing strange signals and energy waves. Commander Rhea Morgan stood at the center of the bridge, watching the swirling darkness ahead of the ship. She knew the risks, she knew the legends, she knew the fear other empires had for this place. But she also knew something important: humans did not back down from mystery, danger, or the unknown. The ship entered deeper, passing massive rings of old metal drifting in empty space. These rings were not natural. They looked like broken parts of a huge machine. Something ancient had lived here long ago. Something powerful and dangerous. The crew felt eyes on them, even though there was nothing visible on the sensors across the galaxy. Alien leaders watched the human ship disappear from their scanners. The Horizon Edge went silent. No signal, no movement, no trace. Only one message was detected before the silence, a short line spoken in a calm human voice. "We're still going in." The galaxy held its breath. Something inside the Forbidden Zone had awakened again, and humanity was walking straight toward it. The Horizon Edge moved deeper into the Forbidden Zone, and the darkness around the ship grew heavier. It was not normal darkness. It felt thick, old, and full of hidden things. The crew felt it in their bones, the air turning colder even with the heaters running. Every sound on the ship felt louder, every echo sharper, every whisper more real. The zone was not empty. It was waiting. Commander Rhea Morgan stood on the bridge, watching strange symbols appear on the main screen. They were not stars or planets, just shapes and signals that made no sense, old coded transmissions. Broken messages from ships that vanished ages ago. The Horizon Edge recorded everything, but its computers struggled to understand any of it. It felt like the zone was speaking a language older than the galaxy itself. Across the galaxy, alien empires monitored every move the human ship made. But the deeper the Horizon Edge flew, the weaker its signal became. The Zoran sensor arrays flickered. Unable to track the human vessel, the Solari scanners failed one by one. The Vex-Cora drones sent back only static and distorted noise. The entire galaxy watched helplessly as the human ship slowly faded from every map. Back on the Horizon Edge, the crew detected something moving, a massive object drifting in the silent void. At first, they thought it was a broken asteroid, but as they approached, the truth became clear. It was a ship, or what was left of one, a gigantic vessel torn into pieces, its hull covered with ancient burns and scars. It was from a species no one had seen in millions of years. A forgotten empire erased by the zone. The crew scanned the wreckage, but all systems reacted strangely. The screens flickered, the lights dimmed, and strange whispers echoed through the ship's walls, not real voices, but signals bouncing off systems that should not pick up sound. It was as if the zone was trying to talk to them, or warn them. Commander Rhea ordered a retreat, but the engines began to stutter. Power levels dropped, navigation went offline, and the ship felt like it was being pulled from all sides. Something was controlling the space around them, bending it like soft metal. The forbidden zone was alive, and it did not want them to leave. Then, without warning, the horizon edge vanished from every alien scanner at the same time. One moment it was there, the next it was gone. Across the galaxy, panic exploded. Empires assumed humanity had awakened something terrible. Some prepared weapons, others prepared to flee. No one understood what was happening. Inside the horizon edge, the lights died. The screens turned black and every system stopped at once. The crew floated in complete darkness, the ship silent as a sealed tomb. Then a single cold message appeared on the backup monitor, written in an ancient language the AI could barely translate. "Welcome back." The ship wasn't alone anymore. Something inside the zone had found them, and it had been waiting a very long time. Darkness filled every room of the horizon edge. But the crew did not panic. Humans had faced darkness before. They waited, floating in silence, trusting their training and their ship. Then the emergency lights flickered on, glowing a deep red across the corridors. Something had drained their main power. But something else had turned on the backup systems, something that was not human. Commander Rhea Morgan checked the screens as they returned to life one by one. Strange symbols covered them, symbols that were not from any known language. The AI struggled to translate only a few fragments, awakening, observing, identifying. It felt like the ship itself was being scanned by invisible hands. The horizon edge drifted through the dead void until the sensors detected a massive structure ahead. It was not a ship, not a station, but something far older and much bigger. A machine the size of a moon floated silently in the dark. Its surface was covered in metal plates, shifting gears, and glowing ancient runes. A ring of broken satellites orbited it like a crown of bones. This was no ruin. This was a guardian. Every alien empire watching from afar saw the energy spike before they lost the signal completely. They recognized the pattern instantly, the same activation signal that had destroyed entire fleets in the past. Empires whispered the same old legend. The Guardian wakes only to kill intruders. Inside the horizon edge, alarms started ringing as the huge machine turned toward them. Massive panels opened across its body, revealing long-dormant weapons powering up. Giant energy conduits glowed bright orange. Shaking the space around them, the zone was alive again. And it had found a new target. The Guardian sent a pulse that froze the horizon edge in place. Every system locked, every engine shut down. Every weapon forced offline. Commander Rhea watched helplessly as power levels dropped to zero. The ship was trapped, unable to move even a single inch. But humans were not done. They never were. The engineering team worked fast, rerouting systems manually using old-fashioned human tools. Wires sparked, consoles shook, and metal panels glowed hot as humans forced the ship alive again. Piece by piece, the horizon edge started resisting the Guardian's hold. The Guardian responded with a blast of energy that should have destroyed the ship instantly. But the Horizon Edge had something the old empires never had: human reinforcement tech built to survive impossible environments. The shields held, barely shaking the whole ship like a thunderstorm. Commander Rhea gave a single order that surprised even her own crew: "Take us forward," instead of retreating. The Horizon Edge pushed toward the Guardian, engines burning at maximum strength. No ship in history had ever tried that. Every empire had always run from the Guardian, but humans were different. The Guardian recharged its main cannon, preparing a fatal shot. The Horizon Edge aimed its railguns directly at the machine's core. Both fired at the exact same moment across the galaxy. The sensors finally caught a signal, a blinding explosion inside the Forbidden Zone. And the impossible message that followed: "The Guardian is down." The galaxy was in shock. Humans had just defeated something no empire could ever beat. And everyone knew this was only the beginning. When the light of the explosion faded, the Horizon Edge drifted in silence. The Guardian was destroyed. Floating in broken pieces across the dark void, for the first time in thousands of years, the Forbidden Zone stopped moving. The strange waves, the whispers, the bending space, everything went still. It was like the zone was holding its breath, watching what humans would do next inside the ship. The crew worked fast to repair damaged systems. Panels were cracked, engines overheated, and half of the screens were burned out. But the ship was alive, and humans were still standing. Commander Rhea looked at the new symbols appearing on the main screen. A path was opening, a corridor of energy, guiding the ship deeper into the zone. The Guardian had been protecting something important, something hidden, and now that it was gone, the door had unlocked itself. The Horizon Edge followed the path. Moving slowly through a field of drifting metal ruins, dead ships from forgotten empires floated like silent ghosts around them. Some were enormous, larger than cities, others small and sharp like old fighter craft. All destroyed, all abandoned, all lost to time. The crew realized that hundreds of empires must have died here. Whatever secret lay in the center of the zone had been powerful enough to reshape history. As the human ship reached the heart of the zone, the darkness suddenly opened. A bright sphere of white-blue light floated in the void. Glowing like a newborn star, it was beautiful and terrifying at the same time. The instruments read impossible values, gravitational waves twisting in spirals, energy fields strong enough to rewrite matter, and inside that sphere rested a machine. A machine unlike anything humanity or any empire had ever created. It was smooth, silver, and shaped like a giant floating seed. Runes glowed across its surface, moving slowly like living circuits. Every few moments it sent a pulse strong enough to shake space itself. The AI tried to scan it but instantly shut down in fear. It was not a weapon built for war. It was a weapon built for creation or destruction. A machine that could reshape entire galaxies with a single command. Commander Rhea understood the truth. The Forbidden Zone was not cursed. It was sealed. The Guardian was not a monster. It was a lock, and this machine was the key to everything. Power, extinction, rebirth, control, chaos, all in one ancient device across the galaxy. Alien empires were ready to attack or flee. Some wanted the machine, some feared it, some hoped it had been destroyed. But the Horizon Edge was the only ship here, the only species that could decide the fate of this secret. The crew waited for Rhea's decision. She looked at the machine, then at her people, then at the silent galaxy watching. Finally, she gave her order, calm and clear: disable it and seal the zone forever. Humans could have taken the machine. They could have become rulers of the galaxy. But instead they chose responsibility. They chose safety over power. And that decision shocked the entire galaxy more than any weapon ever could. The signal announcing the machine's shutdown spread across the galaxy like a shockwave. Every empire, every council, and every leader froze in disbelief for thousands of years. The Forbidden Zone had been the greatest fear of the galaxy, a place of death, ancient power, and unstoppable danger. And now it had been silenced by a single human ship. The horizon edge drifted away from the glowing sphere as it slowly faded. The ancient machine powered down completely. Its runes dimming to darkness, the violent pulses stopped. The twisted space around it became calm. The zone returned to silence, but it was a peaceful silence now. A silence created by human hands, not ancient terror, inside the ship. The crew monitored the stabilizing energy fields. Engineers confirmed the machine was no longer active. Scientists confirmed it could never be restarted without the Guardian. They had not just disabled a weapon, they had ended an age-old nightmare. Commander Rhea stood quietly on the bridge, knowing the galaxy would never see humans the same way again. Across different star systems, alien empires argued in fear and confusion. The Zoran Empire demanded to know why humans had not claimed the weapon. The Solari Syndicate asked if humanity was hiding something even stronger. The Vex-Cora Alliance believed humans only pretended to shut it down. But none of them could erase the truth. Humanity had faced the greatest threat in the galaxy. And instead of becoming conquerors, they became guardians. As the horizon edge left the Forbidden Zone, the Galactic Council sent out messages. Some were filled with fear, others with respect, and some with pure disbelief. Many asked how humans could destroy a guardian that had annihilated entire fleets, how they entered a zone where even light seemed afraid to travel, how they found a weapon that could reshape galaxies and chose not to use it. The answer was simple. Humans were different. They were not the strongest species, not the oldest, not the most advanced. But they carried something the other empires had forgotten: courage, responsibility, and the will to do the right thing even when no one was watching. Commander Rhea sent a final transmission to every empire, her voice calm, steady, and honest. The Forbidden Zone is sealed, and the weapon is gone. Humanity will watch over it, not for control, but for safety, not a threat, not a claim, but a promise. The message reached every world. Some empires lowered their weapons. Others began to rethink their old beliefs. A few even sent words of gratitude. Something never seen before. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy felt united, not by fear of the zone, but by respect for the humans who stopped it. As the horizon edge returned to human space, the stars seemed brighter. The crew felt proud, tired, and changed forever. They had survived the darkest region of the galaxy. They had defeated an ancient guardian. They had protected countless species without asking anything in return. The galaxy finally understood who humans were. Not monsters, not conquerors, not villains, but the ones who stood up when no one else dared. The ones who said, "I'll handle this," and truly meant it.